Have you ever done this mental math late at night? You're lying in bed, scrolling on your phone, dreading tomorrow's alarm. And a thought hits you. What if I didn't have to do this anymore? Not at 60, not after 4 decades of working, but in just 10 years. Most people immediately shut that idea down. They say things like, "That's unrealistic. That's only for rich people. You'd need millions." But what if that assumption is wrong? What if retiring in 10 years isn't a fantasy? What if it's actually just a math problem? Because the truth is, the number most people imagine is usually way off. Some wildly overestimate it, others dangerously underestimate it. And today we're going to clear the fog. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much money you'd need to invest every single month to realistically stop working in 10 years. Not hype, not motivation, just clean logic. Before we get there, pause for a second and guess the number in the comments. I'll reply to everyone who's close. Now, let's break this down properly. Why retiring in 10 years feels impossible. For most of our lives, we're taught a single script. Work, save a little, retire when you're old and tired. That story has been repeated so often that anything faster sounds irresponsible or delusional. But ask yourself this: is that timeline based on necessity or convenience for the system? Because retirement isn't about age, it's about income without labor. If your expenses are covered without you trading hours for money, you're retired, even if you're 35. Step 1. Define your freedom number. Grab a pen, mentally at least. What does your life actually cost each month? Housing, food, transport, healthcare, a bit of enjoyment. Let's say your total comes to $3,000 per month. That's $36,000 per year. If you could generate that amount reliably without a job, you'd own your time. Not luxury wealth, but freedom wealth. And that distinction matters. Step 2. Understand how money actually grows. Most people fail here. They invest for a year or two, see almost nothing happen, and quit. Because compounding is deceptive. In the beginning, it feels broken. Think of it like pushing a heavy wheel uphill. For a long time, you're doing all the work, sweating, straining, questioning yourself. Then one day, the wheel starts rolling on its own. That's compounding. The first half of the journey is slow, boring, and unrewarding. The second half is explosive. This is why patience beats intelligence in investing. Step 3. The return illusion most people fall for. Here's where YouTube finance often lies, unintentionally. You'll hear things like, "The market returns 10%. Just invest and relax." But headline returns don't pay your bills. Real life includes inflation quietly eroding value, taxes reducing gains, fees leaking money over time. So an advertised 8 to 10% return often becomes 3 to 7% in real purchasing power. That difference matters a lot over 10 years. You don't retire on percentages. You retire on what money can actually buy. Step 4. The portfolio size you actually need. Now let's get serious. If you need $36,000 per year and you want your money to last indefinitely, a commonly used rule is withdrawing about 4% annually. That means, to generate $36,000 safely, you'd need roughly $900,000 invested. Yes, that number is uncomfortable, but discomfort doesn't mean impossible. It just means the timeline is aggressive. Step 5. The monthly investment reality. Now for the part everyone wants to know. If you aim for a real return of about 7% and want to reach that $900,000 mark in 10 years, the math says you'd need to invest roughly $3,000 to $4,000 every month, consistently. That's the truth. Not $200. Not $500, not whatever you can. For a 10-year timeline, the price of speed is intensity. And here's the key insight. The number is smaller than your fear, while still being bigger than your hope. That uncomfortable middle ground is where real plans live. How to lower the number without cheating the math. This is where strategy matters. Level 1. Expenses. If you only need $2,000 per month, portfolio drops to approximately $600,000. $1,500 per month, portfolio drops to approximately $450,000. Suddenly, the required monthly investment falls dramatically. Freedom is cheaper for people who need less. Lever 2. Income growth. Most people assume today's income is permanent. It isn't. Over 10 years, skills compound just like money. Better jobs, side income, online businesses, content platforms. When income rises, aggressive investing becomes possible without suffering. This is why people who think long-term win. The mistake that kills most early retirement plans, it's not bad math. It's human behavior. Markets fall, life gets messy, motivation disappears. That's why the real secret isn't willpower, it's automation. Automatic investing, automatic reinvesting, automatic transfers. Systems don't panic. Systems don't procrastinate. Systems don't rationalize bad decisions. Build systems, and consistency becomes inevitable. What happens near the end of the 10 years? Here's something few people tell you. Around year 6 or 7, something changes. Your portfolio starts generating almost as much money as you contribute. By year 10, it often generates more. That's when the pressure lifts. That's when freedom becomes visible. That's when work becomes optional. Not because of luck, because you stayed when others quit. Retiring in 10 years isn't about brilliance. It's about knowing the real number, accepting the trade-offs, staying consistent longer than most people. Whether it takes you 10 years or 15, the process doesn't change. The only real failure is never starting. Because 10 years from now, the question won't be, how much did I invest? It'll be, why didn't I take this seriously sooner? If this video helped you see the math clearly, hit like, subscribe, and check out the other videos on this channel. And remember, this is educational, not financial advice. Your results depend on your actions. I'll see you in the next one.